So the story is this. I'm 25 years old, and I'm 3 months, maybe 4 months into my new job as one of the first interface designers at Adobe Systems. My boss, who was the engineering manager for Photoshop and Illustrator, suggested to me that they've got a tech summit coming up. So Adobe does those typical corporate, big company corporate thing where they fly in all the engineers from Seattle, Minnesota, etc. To engage in a 3-day set of seminars. So my boss, Greg, says, hey, I'd love you to give a talk to the engineering team about what we're doing. So, okay, a little scared, but okay. So we show up at the day, and I walk into a room, and there's at least 500 engineers. 500 engineers, 500 of the smartest engineers in Silicon Valley, for what that's worth too. Guys who knew all kinds of stuff, etc. Very good at what they do. So I get up on stage, and I'm starting to, feel a little nervous, and I get into my talk and just start to describe who I am, where I came from, what I'm doing, and the concept of starting to, make consistent the interfaces for Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. Somewhere about 5 minutes into my 30-minute talk, I bring up the notion that what we need to do is what Microsoft did. And I could literally feel the room just, I lost the room. I just literally lost the room. All these engineers heard the words, we should do what Microsoft did, and they suddenly realized, who the hell's this guy? We're gonna do what? You want us to be like Microsoft? They're like the worst engineers on the planet. Total competitive thing. So I just lost the room, and I spent the next 25 minutes justifying the notion that we should be the Microsoft of the design world, and what Microsoft did with the Office strategy, for better or worse, was the right thing to do, and we should learn from their mistakes. They weren't going to have it. They were arguing with me, telling me I was stupid. It was just crazy. So at the end of the whole thing, I walk out of the presentation, and I'm saying to myself, I just lost my job. I'm done. I'm never going to work on software ever again. I just got the dream job at 25 working at Adobe and doing Photoshop, Illustrator, PageMaker, and I just blew it. And 5 years later, Creative Suite 1 shipped, CS1 shipped, and there was some vindication there because it worked.